At age 49, I lost my job as an associate director in an interior design business in the centre of Manchester. I'd been working there 7 years, and I had a career of being an interior designer for 30 years. Gosh, it was scary. This was in the November, so we were called into the office and told that we had to take our stuff, and as soon as we left the office, the doors closed and we couldn't come back. So this was a job I'd been in for 7 years. It was November, Christmas was coming. I've got 2 boys who needed to be fed. I had bills going out, all the normal stuff. It was scary. We were told that we would get a month's pay. Well, great. And £4,000 in payout, compensation, whatever you want to call it. So that would get me through December and January, and then absolutely nothing. So, I was panicking. I've never been in this situation before. I've worked all my life, never really been out of a job. Thought this was a job for life. I mean, how naive was that to think, really? But it happened. And I just thought, right, what am I going to do? So I applied for jobs. Jobs in my position were very few and far between. At best, I would get an interview, and obviously I was going against 20 other people in probably the same situation. So it was, most of the times I didn't even get an interview. I was ghosted, which apparently is the norm, which is not really acceptable in my book. So then I started going for midweight interior design jobs. But then if I did get an interview for that one, it was, why are you coming for this position? You've got a CV of 30 years. So I was up against that. And then on the odd occasion when I did get offered something, I'd be doing something which I could literally do with my eyes closed. I was treated like a junior, and it was just awful. My confidence plummeted. I just thought, I'm no good. So then after a while of all this and going through the panic and, sending CVs out, not getting anywhere, I just thought, why am I going for a job which I can do with my eyes closed? I've led teams of 10, 12 people through multiple projects at one time. I've been sitting in board meetings for sometimes days on end. I've had to travel, which, sounds great, but when you've got 2 boys at home and you're a single mom, that's really difficult to manage as a single parent anyway. Never mind, like a double parent. I just thought, why am I going for these jobs? So I thought, I've got all these skills. Why don't I just start my own business? So that's what I did. And as soon as I started to get 1 or 2 projects in, because I was literally my own boss, because my income depended on me, something really strange happened. I got this fire within me, and it wasn't about working long hours. And, obviously I would put those hours in if necessary, but it was about me being back in control. Me being back in control of my finances, of my schedule, not having to go into an office for 9 o'clock, schlepping into Manchester on the train, in rush hour, coming back on hot, disgusting, sweaty trains at rush hour, coming back, rushing around to make tea for everybody. Why do I want this? Why am I chasing this? So, I started my own business. And that business was an e-design business. So not going to sites, not doing in-person projects. It was literally sitting at my laptop. either at home, on holiday, in the camper van, wherever I was sitting on my laptop for 2-3 hours a day, and I was getting projects coming in. And you know what the big change for this, for me, was that I had time back. I could work this job around my schedule, and I could work it around the boys. I could work it around holidays. I didn't have to sit in 3-4 hour meetings with contractors. I didn't have to go to site. I didn't have to commute. This was such a game changer. And over the last 4 years, I've built this business to a point that I now have offers which sell themselves overnight without me actually having to do anything. So these are off-the-shelf offers. And over time, these actually bring in more income than the projects which I work on with individual clients. So I work these alongside my individual projects now. So they work really well together. So in periods like over the summer, where everyone is saying, there's no projects around, no one wants to do any work, everyone's on holiday, these off-the-shelf services actually bring me money in while I'm on holiday without doing anything, and not have to be forced to go and sit in an office in the centre of Manchester. I could do this at home. I could do this on holiday. I could make more money than what I was doing in a corporate job as an interior designer. The best thing which happened to me was to be made redundant. Now, I didn't think it at the time, but it forced me to get my life back into control and my career into control that I'd worked so bloody hard at, and to not be at the mercy of someone else and someone else's business. Let's future-proof our skills and our future together and start building something that puts you in control again. And if you want to know how to do this, just follow along here, because I share all sorts of tips and guidance on how you can do this as well.